Hi, my name is Shakira Bryan, and I'm joined with
Daniela Tici,
Connor Davis,
and James Curtis.
And we are here reviewing the Barbie movie. The film begins with the narrator, Helen Mirren, explaining the societal impact of the Barbie doll on history. Hidden from the real world is Barbie Land, where the Barbies and Kens, alongside other dolls like Alan and Midge, live. The Barbies preside over Barbie Land in a matriarchal system and work high positions, while the Kens spend time as futile subordinates living in Barbie's shadow. Beach Ken, Ryan Gosling, has feelings for stereotypical Barbie, Margot Robbie, and constantly vies for her attention, but she doesn't recognize. How are we feeling about the movie? What are our general thoughts?
I really liked it a lot. I feel like it kind of captured what modern women of today's society go through and what they experience and how they feel. I think it left a good message.
Yeah, I went to the movie with a lot of girls in our friend group, and they were all emotionally touched by the movie. Not as much of the men in our friend group, but we went in a big group, and it was a really good experience. And I felt like we were closer at the end of the movie than we were at the beginning.
Yeah, I felt like it was a solid experience if you go with friends. And I don't think it's a movie that you're gonna watch on your own and be like, wow. But when you go with people, it's a shared connection kind of thing.
I would say towards the ending of the movie, especially when the lady was on screen with Margot Robbie, and they were in that kitchen dining room scene. I felt like that scene really touched me, and I was like, oh wow, is that a tiny tear slipping out? And I was like, no. And then the movie overall, it was good. Had a nice message.
Yeah, personally, my favorite scene in the whole movie was Mojo Dojo Casa House. It just brought comedy, a lot of laughter in the theater at the time.
So what are some things that we didn't really like about the movie?
Probably what I didn't like was the switching of worlds, I guess, going from Barbie world to the real world. It kind of felt like it was a harsh switch. I don't know, it didn't really make sense to me. I liked, though, when they were in the big conference room and Will Ferrell was there. I thought he was perfectly casted. I thought he was the perfect big boss CEO man.
The mom and her daughter come to Barbie Land, that was funny because of just how they had changed the dynamic, and Ken was all of a sudden oh yeah, I'm in charge now. It's just the comedic value of it was good. Yeah, the real world stuff wasn't my favorite, in terms of it just felt I get why they did it, but I feel like they could have merged it a little better, more solid of a feel for why she was there. Besides we're going on a journey. Yeah.
Another random scene that I thought was just thrown in there was literally the ending scene where she's at the gyno appointment, and I'm like, what? Just because that's not something that I was expecting to see.
I think one of the more relatable things in the movie that kind of got overlooked was Weird Barbie. Because I was talking to a lot of the girls in our friend group, and they all said they had weird Barbies. They were the type of kids that tore apart their Barbies, and it was so nostalgic just seeing that portrayed.
What's something that you all feel could be improved on?
I feel like Alan could have got more screen time.
Alan was...
He got 3 minutes of screen time.
When he beat up all the people, that was cool. Yeah. That was a cool scene.
Yeah.
The whole marketing was Barbie and Ken, and the whole dynamic of them lasted all of maybe 12 minutes of the movie. Not even a relationship, just the dynamic wasn't, they didn't really, there was the early on, and then he came, and then they went to their own thing in the real world. And then all of a sudden she's back in Barbie Land, and now it's Ken Land. So I felt like that could have been fleshed out a little more.
I would say I would have to agree with you on there, James.
I guess I wasn't that experienced Barbier, so I didn't know there was that many Kens. That was a really I was astonished by how many Kens there were.
What would we give overall ratings? James, let's start with you.
I'll do a 7.5.
Connor?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. Honestly, the movie itself probably is 6 out of 10, but it goes up to 7 out of 10 for the experience.
Yeah, I would say an 8.5, what Connor said about the going back and forth between the real world and the Barbie world. I feel like that I didn't really get, but I really like the soundtrack, all the characters.
I would have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it did live up to the expectations that I expected from it.
Thank you so much for watching this installment of Movie Reviews. Keep an eye out for new ones, and you guys can check out the YouTube for old ones.